Warning, you are not watching Siskel and Ebert.
You are now entering Wang World.
Since I'll go back with another video, I'm Strange Wang. Today I have a film review for Asteroid City, Wes Anderson's latest film. Before we get into that thanks button underneath this video, click it, donate some of that Bob De Niro, that cheese, the cheddar, the mozzarella. Because money's great, we could use money. Money's nice. But if you also want to help out the channel, you can subscribe. It is free and it helps out the channel a lot. If you do either of those things, then
I appreciate that.
But let's get down to brass tacks. The reason why you clicked on the video, and that's to see me review Asteroid City. So I gave Asteroid City a 6.7 out of 10 Wangs.
Why?
Because Asteroid City is beautiful, technically speaking. Because the set design, it might just be my favorite, personally speaking. Because I love Western-esque things. And cactuses and the color palette. It all spoke to me a lot, personally. So, I'm going to go out on a limb and say this is his best set design of all of his movies.
It's debatable.
But what helps the set design, makes that believable, is what the characters are wearing, and that turned out to be great too. Our seamstresses and costume design, they worked up some hot fire for our characters wearing this movie, and it is great. The other beautiful thing about this film is the directing. Wes Anderson has my favorite style of directing.
Ease. The greatest of ease.
That's right.
Hitchcock, he doesn't really have a style. And you can say the same thing about Spielberg. They're so diverse in what they can do that they switched up with every film. And they don't really have a style. Wes Anderson, you know a Wes Anderson movie when you see a Wes Anderson movie. That's why there's thousands of parodies on the internet. Because he's really good at what he fucking does. And when he does it, you know who did it. And this movie was shot incredibly well. As all of his films are shot incredibly well. But what also helps the investment is our actors. And I can say these actors really believed that who they were in these roles was them. The acting in this film is great. It's impeccable. I'm not seeing Scarlett Johansson. I'm seeing the person she is playing. I'm not seeing Jason Schwartzman. I'm seeing the person he is playing. I'm not seeing Tom Hanks. I'm seeing this character he is playing. And they play all the characters top to bottom very well. Might actually be one of his best acted films top to bottom, with the little parts to the larger roles. Everyone did an incredible job, especially Tom Hanks.
Man, this dude's the GOAT.
I was the most curious to see Tom Hanks in this film and see how he would fit in, because I'm assuming this is where
English, motherfucker, do you speak it?
I'm assuming this is where Bill Murray would have been, and Bill Murray would have been great, sure, but Tom Hanks, my goodness, I absolutely loved him in this film. All the little nuances to what he was wearing, the gun, it just felt like Tom Hanks knew this character top to bottom, and showed you what he wanted to in this film, and because of that, his performance was very layered and nuanced, and made you pay attention to every time he was on screen, because it just came with this presence. And as the father-in-law, an older man of that time period, he would have had that presence. So that worked out perfectly. So Tom Hanks, you did a great job, buddy. And the last thing to help out with investment is the one that's the most important. And to me, that's the one that's most lacking, and that's the story. Wes Anderson's vision is super not there for me. I understand you do all your pretty little stuff and makes this film yours. I get that, and I love it. But the story just wasn't for me. I did not connect to it. I felt that style over substance applied to this movie. And it sucks because I felt that same way about his last film, The French Dispatch. And hopefully we can get away from that. He has another film coming up this year because he's one of my favorite directors. Moonrise Kingdom, Grand Budapest, Rushmore, The Royal Tenenbaums. These films are impeccable. They're great. He makes characters that only Wes Anderson can write and come up with. The way he blends worlds. And the latter three, I said, not the Grand Budapest, but most of his films, you get a foot in reality seen through Wes Anderson's eyes. So you get this 70% Wes Anderson, 30% real world scenarios, situations, films, and they're just so easy to relate to and to be invested in because of these characters and the stories and the situations they're going through. This film did not have that. I didn't get enough of anyone's story in this film. It might have been because it was cutting back and forth to the play for a stylistic choice, or it might have been there's just too many storylines. All of our children have a storyline. Tom Hanks, he comes in for a storyline that's different from the Scarlett Johansson, Jason Schwartzman storyline. The kids, they have storylines within their storylines. Their parents, the whole situation with the asteroid, what expires after that. There's just so much going on in this film that I'm not getting what I want from this movie, and that is character arcs, development, deepness, emotion is not there.
Damn.
However, it is a good movie. As I said, Wes Anderson's really good at directing his people he brought on to make the set, to make the costumes, the score, the music. Everything in this film is done really, really well. But did I like it?
Not really.
I need story. I need investment. I need to care about what I'm watching. And those were times that I was watching, I'm like, man, that's a really good scene. Why couldn't these characters have more scenes like this instead of this situation having a good scene, this storyline with different characters having a good scene? The best scene in the movie is not even of the play. It's Jason Schwartzman talking to someone who isn't even in the play, who has nothing to do with the play because their scene got cut. And when you see the movie, you're like, oh man, that was a really good fucking scene. That was my favorite scene in the whole entire movie. It had nothing to do with the story. So I wish this had a little bit more to it so I could care. But it's not a bad film at the end of the day. But let me know in the comment section what you think about it. Was I right by giving it a 6.7 out of 10 Wangs? Did you give it higher or lower? Let me know in the comment section below. Scroll back up, hit the like button for your boy, and share the video to all your friends and family because you love me and you want me to get millions of views so I can be famous. And subscribe.
It's not a game, it's a rich thing.